Hi, my name's Christian and this is my 7D, and it does come with the EOS 5D Mark II shoulder strap. So even though you're shooting a 7D, you can be a tosser and tell people that you're shooting a 5D Mark II who don't know better, which is really important. All gear, no idea. That's the way we roll here. You're talking about full HD video in here and also 60 frames a second, which is great for shooting slow-mo. So there's a lot of cool things about this camera, not to forget the 7 frames a second high-speed burst, which in stills mode sounds pretty freaking awesome. The camera comes pretty much as you see it here, okay? So we've got the body, we've got this lens hood, there's a battery in here, all right? The card that I've got in here at the moment does not come with the camera, okay? If you're a noob, it has got an inbuilt on-camera flash, which you can use until your heart's content. It does take a little while to charge, but when it goes, it will flash. That kind of sits it somewhere in that prosumer level, do you know what I mean? You can still take a nice 580EX flash on here. This camera also has the ability to send wireless signals through the flash. So if you have a 580EX, you can actually control that using this and trigger an off-camera flash, which is pretty useful if you're shooting some portraits or any kind of off-camera flash photography. This here is the Sigma 30mm f1.4 lens. Okay, comes with a lens hood. Aftermarket, we've got the Hoya, and this is a 62mm circular polar. Pretty much the lens and the polarizer are in perfect condition. There are no blemishes, no fungus, no scratches or anything on any of the glass or any of the elements. They are schmick. As far as usage goes and the kind of condition it's in, there's a couple of tiny little marks here on the side, like tiny little nicks and around underneath here where lenses have kind of knocked into the bottom of the camera. The screen is pretty much blemish free. There's a couple of tiny little scratches on there, just little marks, like nothing crazy. Overall, the camera is in really good condition. As far as actuations are concerned, I don't know the shutter count. I don't know how to access the shutter count in this camera. I would have to assume that it's somewhere in the vicinity of 5,000 to 7,000 or something like that, because I know I've seen the counter reset a couple of times. The only other blemish on the camera is here. Because it was a video camera, you can see that we've actually worn out the start and stop button. Okay, it still clicks in, it still works really nicely. It has got a little bit of scratching, and the start-stop text has actually faded a little bit on top of the button. Nothing that's going to stop you from using the camera though, in any way, shape or form. So yeah, look, it's a good little camera. The only reason I'm getting rid of it is because pretty much we got the 5D Mark III, which does the audio and also does 60 frames a second in the full frame package. So that kind of made this little thing sit in the cupboard. So it has been sitting in the cupboard for about 12 months now, I would think. And yeah, it's pretty much time to go. So it will be really sad to see this poor little thing go, but it's time. It's just been sitting on the shelf. It hasn't really been loved in a long time, and it really needs someone to love it really, really hard, and just really, really hardly love it. So if you think you're that person, that guy, that gal who can take long walks on the beach with the 7D, holding hands, watching sunsets, and maybe even taking a few photos in the process, then I think this is the camera for you. And I can hear her. Yeah, she's really keen. She wants you. She wants you.